Hey, thanks so much for dropping in today. We're going to do another thrift store makeover. Let's get started. Okay, welcome back. Like I said, today we're going to do another thrift store makeover. So as usual, I was in the thrift store this week looking around, trying to find something to do, another project. Mother's Day is coming up, so I thought maybe I could find something to redo for Mother's Day. And I did. I found, my daughter and I both did. We found these jewelry boxes. We found two. I'm always seeing jewelry boxes. So we found these two guys, and we're trying to figure out which one would be better to do, possibly for my mom for Mother's Day. She has a lot of fun, she has a lot of nice jewelry, but she has a lot of fun jewelry, costume jewelry, and we thought that maybe one of these would be fun for her, like everyday stuff to just keep more accessible. Anyway, we decided to go with this one, and I'll show you why. This one's kind of basic. It just has some drawers, and I thought we'll figure out something for this later. So let me move that off. But we did find this guy, and I think it's really pretty. It has a lot of little interesting. Let me just show you what it looks like inside. It's got a lot of little drawers and things that you can do things with. I put rings, necklaces, whatever. It's just got so many different compartments. It's really pretty. It's really well made. And I don't know what you put here. I guess bracelets or maybe more earrings. I don't know. I've never seen one like that. But we can figure it out what that is. And this is a little hard to open, but it has a nice place to put, let's see if you can see it. It has a nice place for you to put rings and just more necklaces and whatnot. And it's got a cool little key, which I thought was fun. So we're going to use that. And what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can get this back in. So anyways, I just thought it was really neat. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint over it because I don't like the way it looks, and it's not a nice wood. Somebody came over this weekend and was telling me like, oh, don't paint over it, it's like this really nice mahogany. It's not nice wood. It's a wood veneer, and I don't think it would be $12 if it was a really nice wood, a mahogany jewelry box. It's wood veneer, it's plastic, and it's chipped, and it doesn't look very pretty. So what I want to do is I want to paint over all of this and put little, just paint some designs over it. And I'm going to use the style of William Morris, who was a late 18th century British textile designer. He was known more as a poet when he was alive, but once he passed, his textiles became more known for those, I should say. But he had this really beautiful colors and really intricate designs, and he really liked stained glass windows, and I think you can see it in his patterns. And he also really liked printmaking, and so you can kind of see that influence in his work. So anyways, I just thought it would be it's a really sophisticated, beautiful design, and I thought it would lend itself to this jewelry box. And the challenge is when you're painting, I think anything, especially like a jewelry box or furniture, and you want to paint like florals or something on it, you have to be really careful to keep the colors sophisticated and the pattern sophisticated, or it's going to look too little girly, and it just can look really young really quick, and I want to avoid that. So I'm going to follow William Morris's design because I think it's beautiful. I've always loved his work, and let's hope it works out. And you can see that one of the little knobs is missing here, so I'll either replace these or I'll just find a substitute for over here, and if it doesn't match, it's not going to really bother me. It doesn't perfectly imperfect. I'm fine with that. But you can see there's a lot of nice area to do a lot of pretty different little, different patterns and something inside. We'll see how it goes. I'm not real sure, but we'll just take a chance, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll go in another direction. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go and sand it because it's wood veneer. It's like a plastic, and I need to give this a little bit of a tooth so that the paint will stay on it. Otherwise, it'll just slick right off. So I'm going to do that, and I picked up this sandpaper at Target, and I don't use the machines because I want to make sure I don't take too much off. It really just needs to be give it a little bit of a surface texture so the paint can hang on to it. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put a whitewash on it, and then I'll be back and we'll start step 2. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, I have made a complete mess of everything. that's okay. That's what progress looks like. It always gets a little messy before it gets better. I did what I said I was going to do last night. I went ahead and I sanded down everything, and I put a wash over all this sanded down cleaned wood, and I used just any sort of acrylic paint. I used Basics. You can get it anywhere. And I just lightly covered it just to give it a nice base coat. And I didn't care if the wood came through, because I'm probably going to do darker designs on it. I think I'm going to go in a darker sort of blues direction. I'm not really sure, but I think so. So I didn't worry too much about covering it. If I was going to do really a light pattern with pastels or something, I might put an extra layer on, but I don't think I am. And my daughter was so incredibly nice. She went ahead and, since a lot of it has velvet inlay, she secured it with this frog tape that you use when you're painting your house and you don't want to get speckled paint everywhere, and this just keeps the edges really clean. So she did that for me. It was so nice, and put saran wrap over the velvet things. I don't think she trusts me. I kind of do make a mess when I paint, so she was thinking ahead for me, which was really nice of her. Okay, so the next step is going to be for me to I don't really have a direction, I should say. I haven't really thought this through. I just have some designs that I like, but beyond that, so I don't really know how I really want to play this all out. So I think what I want to do is do this section right here, since that's going to be the focus point, and get a pattern for here, and then I'll see, depending upon what this is, what the drawers and everything else need to be, and because I want to vary the patterns. I don't want them to all to be big, and I want them to complement one another. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I want to see how this works, and then I will move on to the next steps. So anyway, when I come back, I will have this painted, and then we'll make other decisions about how the rest of it should look. All right, so I'll be back in a minute. So I just wanted to update you on where we are. So in the last couple of days, I've had trouble finding time. We've had, I don't know, dog drama, dishwasher drama. Anyway, I found time last night to actually paint and get things done. And I went ahead and finished the top part of the jewelry box. And I want to show you, I think you can see it. It's a bird. It has a bird motif. And God, there's so many, he worked with so many birds, but I really like it. I think it's, it has personality. I love putting animals on it. I don't know, I think it just gives it a little bit more of a connection, for me anyways. So I wanted to do it for my mom. She loves this color blue. And I think the colors they're sophisticated, but they're not girly. I think the pattern has the dark in it, and the intricate work keeps it a little bit more sophisticated, like we were talking about. And I went ahead and painted the parts that you do see black. I painted black inside as well. And I think I chose to go with black because when you put the shelves in here, the flower and whatever artwork is really going to pop. And also I like black because if you lose like an earring back or something, it's going to show up really nicely against the black background. Okay, and I also did the shelf in the front, and I'll show you what I did there. Let me see if... Okay, so I did this drawer. It's another William Morris pattern, and I like this because it is it's subtle, but it doesn't really compete with this. It's dark, so this still is staying the focal point, and it just complements it. I love the intricate leaf work. I love the little pops of the blue that bring this back into it. So it's all working for me. It's just, it needs to be a little bit cleaner, and a lot cleaner. I've got some edges I need to work on, but we're getting there. Okay, so tonight what I'm going to do is the sides, and I'm probably going to bring in a little bit more of the pinks and the reds and the like slight lavender, not so much blues on the side, or just little hints of it, just to pull it together, and then I'll check back in with you, and then we'll go ahead and finish it up after that. All right, so I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, so I'm back, and I kind of lied to you guys. Last time I spoke to you, I said that I was just going to finish the side and then we would go ahead and finish it. I went ahead and finished it because I think you guys saw me doing the painting and you guys already saw what the sides look like. So I'm just going to show you the finished result. And what I did with these is I just zoomed in on a William Morris pattern. It was smaller, but I just zoomed in on one section and sort of, well, definitely blew it up, I guess, so to speak, because I wanted something larger scale on this side, and I wanted the larger prints on the outside. So I like it. It's very feminine, it's very delicate, the colors are very light and airy. So I'm really happy with it, and I brought the reds and the pinks around, and I just little hints of blue and purple just to carry the eye around. You want to always blend little hints of the color that you have everywhere else. You want it to spread it out so it all blends. So that's what I did here, and I do like it. I think it's what I want. I was a little afraid it was going to be too girly, but it doesn't. To me, it's intricate enough that it's not too little girly, and I like it. I wanted something feminine. Okay, and so I did that on the other side as well. You can see. Okay, so what is new? So I finished the inside, like I said, and on the inside, let me see, I'm going to come up a little bit. You can see that I did the drawers, and on this I focused on keeping the prints really delicate and small, and you know, on a smaller scale, and same kind of concept. I just tried to bring all the colors in and move them around in the pattern so that your eye was just led around and everything sort of flowed as a group. And I think it does. I think it works. And I just painted around this part with the black brush. I just sort of brushed it on there. I didn't care if it really covered. But I think it's looking real. I think it looks really good. I actually really like it. Okay, then the one thing that I didn't talk about, and I didn't even think I was going to do, was I went ahead and painted the back, because where my mother might put this is in her dresser, well, in her dressing room actually, and you can walk around the, it's like a bureau, and you can walk around it, so you would be able to see the back, or she might put it in her bathroom against a mirror, so it would just reflect back. So I wanted to go ahead and do it just as keep it as a piece of art, all finished on all sides. And I like it. This is just a very simple overall print. And I worked with the print that William Morris had, but I sort of made it up also. And I just wanted to bring in all the colors that were in the, in the jewelry box. So it's just all brings it together. Okay, and then one more section I wanted to show you was the top, I guess, shelf, I don't know, where you put, just everyday things that you want to get on. I don't want the glare to get on it. I think okay, I think you can see it there. It's just a leaf pattern, really simple, and I wanted to have it be very, very simple on the top. So you put your jewelry up there, it's easy to find. I didn't want a lot of floral I didn't want a really intricate pattern where all, your jewelry might get lost in there. So this is very easy just to find things. It's just two colors, or shades of colors. Anyways, so I like that. He does a lot of leaf pattern work too. Okay, so I'm actually really happy with it. It worked out exactly how I wanted it to do, and I think I'm definitely going to give it to my mom. I think she's going to like it. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I had a great time making this, and I will see you guys in a week or so, and I'll come up with something. So anyways, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.